evening and welcome to Digital Transformation in Trabanga. Over the last few weeks, we have explored the different intricacies of digital transformation. We've looked at different technologies that organizations are using to become better, cheaper, and faster, and have explored how organizations can be able to leverage them in order to put themselves in a winning position. This week, we will be looking at one of my favorite technologies, one that we've implemented for so many different organizations across the continent, and one that, quite frankly, has changed the way they do business dramatically without excessive costs. This technology is called robotic process automation. Over the years, and as the different industrial revolutions have come, we've all become accustomed to physical robots, or rather hardware robots. Robots that you see automating production lines, robots that you see automating traffic lights, and robots that you see automating different facets of our daily lives. However, a new phenomenon has come in of software robots. Software robots, quite frankly, are systems or pieces of software that automate repetitive tasks that organizations and individuals do on their machines or on their computers. In typical fashion, I'll go on and finish you with an example of an organization we recently worked with. This organization is a local distribution company that distributes different types of products across multiple industries within the nation. This organization, as expected, receives hundreds of thousands of receipts on a yearly basis. These receipts and invoices are coming from their different suppliers across the nation and even some outside the country. And as a result, they have over 30 clerks that work on taking these different receipts and bookkeeping them into their books of accounting. Now, this organization, we've helped them automate this process completely from the time that they receive the receipts and invoices from their suppliers to the time that it is entered into their accounting information system, to the time that all the different parties are notified. And this is basically how it works. Firstly, an invoice is sent via email from a supplier. And so what the robot does is, just like a human being does, it goes on to open the email and then find that email, and then goes on to download the particular file. Once it downloads the particular file, it puts it into a folder. Once it puts it into a folder, then from there, it then goes on to enter this information into an Excel sheet in CSV format. Once the robot does that, it then goes on with authentication keys of a specific user account, goes on to log into the accounting information management system, and then determines the kind of supplier invoice that has been received. And once it does that, then goes on to create and enter the transaction into the accounting information management system. Once it does that, it then goes on to let all the different participants in the transactions know if it has been executed or not. This process that would have taken a human being approximately 2 minutes to execute prior in the past is done by the robot in only 20 seconds. You can imagine the kind of time saving that is made over there. And because of its routine way, because of the routine way that this particular process goes, this means that employees are often bored out of their minds, because everybody wants to be able to do meaningful work and work that they know adds value. And something like this, like entering a routine task on a daily basis, often becomes mundane and boring, thus making staff morale low. And with this particular technology that we've implemented, we've been able to process thousands and thousands of invoices on a daily basis for this organization, and have been able to free this 30 employees from doing these mundane, repetitive tasks to more empowering tasks that require decision making, that require execution, and that can be able to help them grow as individuals. There are more benefits and drawbacks to robotic process automation, and these really can be explored as we go on in additional videos. Organizations have, however, realized that adopting robotic process automation brings a net benefit to their organization, as they're able to automate various processes that would have wasted their resources on mundane tasks. As a result, we advise organizations to take these different repetitive tasks that they have and use robotic process automation to ensure that they save on these different tasks and also to ensure that they benefit from the technology elevation as this goes on. In conclusion, we have explored the different intricacies of robotic process automation and what it can mean to your organization. And really, the level of investment that this kind of technology requires is not as significant as the different technologies we've talked about over the last few weeks. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Digital Transformation with Tavanga. Please subscribe, like, and share this content as it will go on and help other organizations become better, cheaper, and faster. Thank you.